The Enchanted Ballet, Tale of the Dancing Dolls. Once upon a time, in a little town nestled between the rolling hills and vibrant meadows, there lived an old toymaker. This man, known by all as Master Frederick, held a reputation for creating the most exquisite toys, but his crowning glory was his unparalleled skill in crafting dolls. Each doll he made was unique, distinguished by its details so meticulous that they'd spark life into the inanimate. However, unknown to everyone, Master Frederick held a secret as magical as his creations. In the quiet confines of his workshop, under the gentle, warm glow of the solitary oil lamp, Master Frederick labored on his most ambitious creation, a set of 5 dolls. They were not like the others. These were his heart's labor, each imbued with a charm that transcended the ordinary. He envisioned them to dance, not the mundane movements of clockwork, but a dance as expressive, as full of life, as the pirouettes of prima ballerinas, the agile leaps of nimble-footed dancers. And he believed, firmly, that their dance would hold a power far greater than spectacle, a power to touch hearts and spread harmony. One chilly night, as the moon hung high in the star-specked velvet sky, Master Frederick was nearing the completion of his first dancing doll. The doll, adorned in the softest satin and finest lace, had a delicate charm. Her painted eyes shone brightly, as though holding a world within them, while the curve of her mouth hinted at a smile, capturing the essence of mirth and happiness. But to make her dance was a challenge unlike any Frederick had encountered before. He required an intricate mechanism, a marvel of clockwork precision that would mimic the fluidity of human movement. It took him days and nights of ceaseless toil. His hands, though old, worked with a deftness that defied his years. He forged tiny gears, crafted petite levers, and assembled them with a precision that even the finest watchmaker would envy. As the town slumbered, Frederick finally placed the last gear into the doll. With a breath held in anticipation, he wound up the key and gently placed the doll on the wooden floor of his workshop. To his delight and relief, the doll moved, not in the stiff, abrupt motion of regular toys, but with a grace that made her seem almost alive. She twirled and leapt, her satin dress billowing around her, the joy in her eyes as palpable as if she were a living child. However, Frederick knew that one doll was not enough. To create a dance that could evoke happiness and harmony, he needed a ballet, a group of dancers moving in perfect sync, their collective performance creating an enchanting spectacle. Working with renewed vigor, Frederick set forth to create 4 more dancing dolls. Each new creation was as unique as the first, a boy doll with a wide, infectious smile, a girl doll with twinkling, mischievous eyes, another boy doll with an air of cheeky courage, and the final doll, another girl, with an aura of serene grace. Each of their costumes were crafted from the finest materials Frederick could afford, adding to their individuality while uniting them as a group. The creation process was no less arduous this time, but the sight of the first dancing doll, moving to a silent rhythm in the corner of his workshop, spurred Frederick on. He toiled day and night, paying meticulous attention to each detail, ensuring that each doll was a masterpiece in its own right. He poured his heart and soul into the crafting process, each stroke of paint, each fitted gear, each stitch of cloth, a testament to his dedication. Weeks turned into months as Master Frederick completed his quartet of dolls. With the setting of the sun, he placed the last gear in the final doll. Under the wavering glow of the oil lamp, he set them all on the floor, wound their keys, and stepped back to watch. It was a sight to behold. The dolls didn't just move, they danced. Each twirl, each leap, each graceful turn was filled with an effervescent life that made the workshop feel less lonely, less quiet. It was as if the dolls were truly alive, their dance telling stories of joy, friendship, and harmony. But Master Frederick knew his work was far from over. His dolls were perfect individually, but their dance was yet to weave the enchanting spectacle he had envisioned. For that, they needed to dance together, in perfect synchronization, each movement echoing the other, each step complementing the others. The real challenge had just begun. Master Frederick began the monumental task of choreographing a dance that would infuse his dolls with the grace and harmony he had envisioned. He needed a dance that would not just entertain, but touch hearts, spread joy and harmony among those who witnessed it. It required him to delve into the realms of music and dance, disciplines he admired but had little experience in. But the determination burning in his heart was enough to carry him through the steep learning curve. He spent his days studying dance, watching performances in the town square, and his nights trying to imbue those rhythms into his dolls. It was a task fraught with failures and frustrations. The dolls, despite their exquisite craftsmanship, were still bound by their mechanical nature. Their movements, however graceful, lacked the spontaneity that human dancers possessed. It was during one of his most despairing moments that a spark of inspiration struck Master Frederick. He realized that he was not dealing with human dancers, but dolls. Instead of trying to force human-like spontaneity into his creations, he needed to celebrate their mechanical precision. With renewed resolve, he began crafting a dance that emphasized the synchrony and precision of his dolls, a ballet that would highlight their unique characteristics while harmoniously bringing them together. Days turned into weeks as Frederick experimented, tweaked, and perfected the dance. The night when he finally wound up the keys of his completed dancing dolls was one filled with bated breath. As the last strains of the town's evening bells echoed through his workshop, the first doll began to move. One by one, the others joined in, their movements intertwining in an exquisite dance. The dolls danced in unison, each movement reflecting off the other, each twirl echoing in perfect harmony. Master Frederick watched, his heart filled with a sense of achievement and wonder. His dolls were not just dancing, they were performing a ballet that was mesmerizing in its precision, enchanting in its simplicity, and profoundly moving in its expression. The dolls were telling a story, one of unity, joy, and harmony, in a language that transcended words, the language of dance. It was in this moment that Master Frederick realized the true magic of his creation. The dolls' dance had the power to touch the heart, to bring a sense of peace and harmony to anyone who watched them. Their performance was more than just a spectacle, it was an embodiment of the purest emotions, happiness, joy, friendship, unity, and harmony. While the town slept, oblivious to the magical performance unfolding in the quiet workshop, Master Frederick made a decision. His dancing dolls should not remain hidden in his workshop. Their dance, a spectacle that held the power to touch hearts and spread harmony, should be shared with the world. The old toymaker resolved to introduce his creations to the townsfolk, in the hope that their dance would bring happiness and harmony to all who witnessed it. A week later, on a day marked by clear skies and blooming flowers, Master Frederick unveiled his dancing dolls in the town square. The whole town gathered, their curiosity piqued by the old toymaker's excitement. As the first notes of the accompanying music filled the air, the dolls began to dance. It was a sight unlike anything the townsfolk had ever witnessed, a ballet of dolls dancing with an elegance that rivaled even the most accomplished dancers. Their twirls and leaps, their graceful movements and perfect synchronization were captivating. But more than their technical excellence, it was the emotions they evoked that held everyone in awe. The dolls' dance told a story of unity, joy, and harmony, a story that touched hearts, a story that made the world seem a little brighter, a little happier. The performance was met with a stunned silence, followed by a thunderous applause that echoed through the little town. Tears welled up in many eyes, smiles bloomed on every face, and a sense of peace and harmony pervaded the atmosphere. Master Frederick, watching from the side, felt a sense of profound satisfaction. His dolls had achieved what he had intended. They had touched hearts and spread happiness and harmony through their dance. From that day on, every evening as the sun bid farewell to the town, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, the townsfolk would gather in the square. The dancing dolls would take center stage, their captivating ballet weaving an enchanting spell over the audience. Their dance became a ritual, a shared experience that brought the community closer. The magic that Master Frederick had envisioned became a reality, filling the town with happiness and harmony. As for Master Frederick, he continued to create toys and dolls, his reputation growing far beyond the confines of his small town. However, none of his creations could surpass the magic of his dancing dolls. Their dance remained the most beautiful spectacle the town had ever witnessed, a symbol of unity, joy, and harmony that would be passed down through generations. Years later, when Master Frederick's hands were too frail to craft any more toys, his legacy lived on in the dancing dolls. Every evening, as the town gathered to watch the dolls' ballet, the old toymaker would sit in the audience, his heart swelling with pride and contentment. He had created something truly magical, a spectacle that didn't just entertain, but brought happiness and harmony. And that was the greatest accomplishment any toymaker could ever hope for.